Thank you for this invitation to give a contribution to the Global Clinical Engineering Day as Health Technology Assessment Division of the IFMBE. IFMBE being the scientific society of biomedical engineering in the world and which has several working groups and two divisions. One being the Clinical Engineering Division, which is the one which is organizing the Global Clinical Engineering Day, and the other one being the Health Technology Assessment Division, which I represent. Why those two divisions? Because IFMB is, yes, a scientific society, but it's part of a very pragmatic ecosystem which is altogether trying to improve the health in the world. We are an officially recognized United Nations NGO, and as such, we are in official relation with, for instance, WHO, UNESCO, and all the other organizations within the United Nations which are to increase health at global scale. Now, within this ecosystem, we try to bring our vision, which is exactly the one stated on this slide, which is that biomedical engineering and clinical engineering as part of it is not simply a subset of modern medicine, but it is modern medicine which predominantly secures important advances through the use of our products, which are medical devices, first of all. And this is an official statement of the European Union, which was published 2 years ago in the official journal of the European Union. Why we have this vision? Because if you think how medicine was delivered about 100 years ago, and if you think how medicine is delivered today, don't take me wrong, nothing really changed, because still we have a patient which is the main aim of our intervention. Still there are medical doctors, nurses which do their best in order to secure the best possible health for the patient. But what really changed is the environment in which all this is happening, and this environment has changed mainly because of the output of biomedical and clinical engineering, as you can see, which are not only on the most advanced devices or within surgical theaters, because medical devices are basically such a huge diversity of objects that we use every day, which we as biomedical engineers design, we as clinical engineers put in operation in everyday life, that we cannot just close our output only within hospitals. And all this variety of objects is really making a huge impact on the socio-economical aspects of life in Europe, but globally. For instance, those are the data regarding number of IP applications per year in Europe, and as you can see, medical devices are the first in terms of new IP patent applications per year, still till 2014. Now, don't take me wrong, still medicine and biotechnologies are doing very well, with something like 6,000 new patent applications per year, which means about 500 new applications per day. But biomedical engineering is just doubling this number, arriving to numbers which are really impressive: 2,000 new patent applications filed per year, which means 1,000 per month. And this is significantly changing the way in which medicine is doing its own work in everyday life. Now, with this in mind, the Health Technology Assessment Division is really trying to bridge the gap between everyday application of medical and biological engineering, which means clinical engineering, and the political decision making, not only at hospital levels but at national levels, which means health technology assessment. I will not enter in details within what are the main activities that we do within the Health Technology Assessment Division, but I will just mention a couple which may be relevant for clinical engineers globally. For instance, the first thing we recognize is that there is a clear lack of knowledge of health technology assessment within our community. And because of that, we started a series of summer schools. The first one, which we hosted at the University of Warwick, my university in the UK, during which we had 3 days of intensive training on health technology assessment, and in particular health technology assessment of medical devices. And all those contents have been uploaded to our e-learning platform, which is freely accessible worldwide. And then we had the second edition of this summer school a few months ago in Greece in PAD organized by Professor Nicholas Palikarakis. And again, we had 3 days of intensive training of health in health technology assessment specifically meant for biomedical and clinical engineers, which also have produced new e-learning contents which will be uploaded on our platform in the next couple of weeks. This is our website. You can find all the information about our training contributions that we are trying to give to our community, e-learning platform and summer schools. The e-learning platform is freely accessible. Just enter there and you will find in this moment up to 40 hours of training in health technology assessment, which once again have been specifically designed to be easily digested by biomedical engineers and clinical engineers. And so far, I can say that there has been a significant use of the platform worldwide. As you can see, those are the data about how many people have been using our platform in the past 6 months. Together with European Society of Biomedical Engineering, we are also trying to do our best in order to engage with the European and political institutions, because we are trying to reinforce the recognition of clinical engineers and biomedical engineering as a profession worldwide. Because if we don't reach this fully recognition in terms of professional recognition, then our activity in everyday life would be much less effective than otherwise it could be. And the other thing which I want to mention is that we are working together with other scientific societies working on health technology assessment in developing guidelines on specific topics that we recognize as fundamental for health technology assessment of medical devices. Because we may have different point of view when we look at the same thing according to our background or according to our culture. And for instance, those are a few pictures of the first working group which we had meeting, which we had again in University of Warwick in November 2016, and this is the last one we had this year in Finland during the European Congress of Biomedical Engineering. I just put those images because I want to close this presentation thanking all the members of the Health Technology Assessment Division which are behind the work that we are doing, and renewing you the invitation to maximally profit of the work that we are doing, because health technology assessment really need your expertise of real life applications of medical devices, and the other way around. You will most likely need deeper knowledge in health technology assessment in order to be more effective in taking decisions in your own institutions. Thank you, and let me close wishing you a wonderful global clinical engineering